Very good. Hi everyone. I was asked by one of my friends to do a little tutorial on how to train a middle with your dog. Now, middle is a little bit like you holding someone's hand for safety, feeling comfortable. Um, this is kind of the same thing for the dog. So this position you can use to manage your dog in tricky situations when there are other dogs around or children running or cars or whatever your dog's triggers may be. You can also use this at the vets if you have a dog that's a little uncomfortable with the vet. Maybe being in this position helps to check ears and teeth, whatever it is that needs to be checked. Or you can help, this position helps with you putting on the collar or the lead. There's just a lot of applications for this little exercise. Also, it's the foundation for a lot of different cool tricks. So I don't think there's any reason not to train a middle. So let's do it. So I'm gonna start with luring my dog around my leg, move further away so you can see it, and reward her first by my leg and then behind me, and then lure her between my legs. And I have treats in both hands for this exercise, just one in each hand. So, yes, yes, good girl. I'm not going to ask her for anything, any sit, or I'm not going to add any cue yet. I'm just going to lure her around my leg and in between my legs. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. And when she's doing what I'm asking her, I mark that with a yes. Yes, good girl. So once she's doing this fairly consistently, I'm going to fade the lure in my one hand, but I'm going to keep the lure, the food, in the other hand. So I'm going to ask her to go around here. Yes, good girl. And only reward her with food when she's in the middle position. Good. Yes. Oh, and now she's starting to sit down, so that's good. That's what I want. I want her to sit comfortably in between my legs. Let's do that again. Yes. Good girl. Let's see if she'll do a sit if I wait a little bit. Okay, very good. Very good. So if she doesn't want to sit at first, if your dog doesn't want to sit at first, you lure your dog around into the middle position and then lift the treat up a little bit. And then eventually they will sit down. Good girl. Again. Yes, good girl. So she's doing this behavior fairly consistently now. And don't put the cue on the word that you're going to use on until they're doing the behavior fairly consistently. So I'm going to start middle. And I'm going to say the word as she's in position. Don't say it until your dog is in position. They have to associate the word with the behavior they're performing. Okay. Middle. Good girl. Let's see if she'll do it without a lure. Middle. Yes. Middle. Very good. That's good. Yes. Middle. Good. She's doing this behavior fairly consistently now. So now I'm going to start saying the word before she gets in position. I'm still going to use this hand signal because that sort of helps guide her around, and I'm using it both as a verbal cue or my verbal cue and my visual cue. Middle. Very good. Very good. Middle. Now without the hand signal. Good girl. Good girl. Middle. See, she was hesitant there. So visual signals or cues are a lot stronger than verbal cues. So if your dog is not sure what you mean when you're using a verbal cue, go back to using the visual cue and try and pair the visual and the verbal cue a little bit longer. And then eventually your dog will understand the verbal cue as well a lot better. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Okay, walk. Yes. Good. Come. Yes, good girl. So that's a little tutorial for today about training middle.